afternoon, friends. This is our Read Aloud for today, Monday, April 6th. And today we are reading a book from our new ball study, and it is called The Little Red Hen. And this is a book that's actually been retold by somebody. Do you remember who the author is that retells a lot of stories, and we actually read a lot of her books? Do you remember her name? Her name is Bonnie Dobkin, and this one is illustrated by Subhash Vora. So The Little Red Hen, retold by Donnie Dobkin and illustrated by Subhash Vora. The Little Red Hen. Once upon a time, there were 4 friends who lived together in a barnyard. A dog, a goose, a cat, and a little red hen. Can you find all 4 friends? A dog, a goose, a cat, and a little red hen. The dog was a lively puppy. You know that word lively means he was so excited and energetic. He was a lively pup who lived to play all day. After all, he said, who will chase balls and do tricks if I don't? The cat was a handsome animal who liked to groom himself. After all, he said, who will take care of my good looks if I don't? The goose was a talkative bird who liked to gossip. That word gossip means you tell things about other people, and it could be true, and it may not be true, but it's you're sharing news that other people may not know or may not want to know. After all, she said, who will share the news of the day if I don't? And the little red hen, she just liked to figure out what needed doing and do what. So she just wants to figure out what is there to do, and she wants to do it. One day, the 4 friends decided to move together to a cozy cottage near the river. We've heard that word cottage, guys, in other books, such as Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. They were very happy there. The dog played all day in their big front yard. The goose waddled to the farmyard each morning and always came back with new stories to share. The cat washed himself in the sunny windowsill, and the little red hen, she cleaned the house, worked in the garden, cooked the food, and did whatever else needed doing. That little red hen sounds like she is a busy worker. Awesome. One afternoon, the little red hen swept out the shed and found a bag of wheat seeds. Excited, she brought the bag to the cottage. Look what I found, she said. Who will help me plant these seeds so that we can have wheat to bake some bread? Not I, said the dog. I have to play with my stick today. Not I, said the cat. I have to groom my fur today. Not I, said the goose. I have to talk to the cow today. She has news about the goat. Sounds like nobody wants to do any work. That's not good, is it, guys? All right, said the little red hen. Then I'll plant the seeds myself. And she did. She hoed the ground and planted the seeds and watered them well and pulled the weeds. Weed and seed, those are what kind of words? Rhyming words. Good job. Weed and seed. Soon a fine patch of wheat was growing tall in the sunlight. The wheat is ready for harvest, said the little red hen. Who will help me harvest it? What do you think they said? Not I, said the dog. I have to bury my bone today. Not I, said the cat. I have to smooth my whiskers today. Not I, said the goose. I have to visit the pig today. He says there's a scandal with the sheep. All right, said the little red hen. Then I'll harvest the wheat myself. And she did. She cut the wheat, then gathered and tied it up in bundles, and she stacked it outside. Now the wheat must be grounded into flour, said the little red hen. Who will help me pull the wagon to the miller? Not I, of course, said the dog. Today is the day I chase rabbits. Not I, said the cat. Today is the day I clean between my toes. Not I, said the goose. Today is the day the goat said he'd tell me a secret about the cow. All right, said the little red hen. Then I'll pull the wagon myself. And she did. She cleaned the wagon and loaded the wheat and went to the miller's down the street. Wheat Street. Those are rhyming words. Good job. Wheat Street. The next morning, the little red hen was ready to bake. Who will help me make the dough? She asked. You guessed it. Not I, said the dog. I'm busy chasing my tail. Not I, said the goose. The dust might make it hard for me to talk. Not I, said the cat. The flour would muss my clean fur. Kind of mess his fur up, is what he's saying. All right, said the little red hen. Then I'll make the dough myself. And she did. She gathered up eggs, milk, yeast, and flour, then mixed and kneaded for nearly an hour. Flour, hour. Those are rhyming words. Flour, hour. Now, said the little red hen, though she already knew the answer, who will help me bake the bread? You guessed it. Not I, said the dog. It's time for me to take a nap. Not I, said the cat. I really must get my beauty sleep. Not I, said the goose. I absolutely must rest my voice. I guess so, the goose talks a lot. All right, said the little red hen. Then I'll bake the bread myself. And she did. You got it. She built the fire, a difficult chore, and slid the pan through the oven door. She cleaned the mess that the baking had made and finally went out to rest in the shade. So we have chore and door and maid and shade. And those are rhyming words. Good job, guys. Chore and door, maid and shade. As the afternoon wore on, the wonderful aroma, that means the smell or the scent of baking bread, drifted through the cottage. It tickled the noses of the napping dog, the sleeping cat, and the resting goose. They sniffed, they smiled, they opened their eyes. What is that heavenly smell? Asked the goose. Why, it's just my fresh baked bed, said the little red hen. Who will help me to eat it? What do you think they said this time? I will, said the dog, jumping up from his rug. I will, said the cat, leaping down from the windowsill. I will, screeched the goose, forgetting to rest her voice. All of a sudden, they want to eat, but they didn't seem to want to help make the bread or do the dough or anything, huh? Let's see if the little red hen will share. Do you guys think she'll share? You will, asked the little red hen, but you let me do everything else. I hoed the ground and planted the seeds and watered them well and pulled the weeds. I cut the wheat and gathered and tied it up in bundles I stacked outside. I cleaned the wagon and loaded the wheat and went to the miller's down the street. I gathered up eggs, milk, yeast, and flour, then mixed and kneaded for nearly an hour. I built the fire, a difficult chore, and slid the pan through the oven door. I cleaned the mess that the bacon had made, and then, only then, did I rest in the shade. So do you know what? I think I'm going to eat this bread myself. And she did. She didn't even share. But I don't blame her, because they didn't do any of the work. That passage I just read had a lot of rhyming words. Did you guys hear all the rhyming words in that one? But the next time the little red hen needed help around the house, what do you think they said the next time she needed help? Nobody said, not I. They all were willing to help the next time because she made that good smelling bread and did not share any of it with them. And I kind of don't blame her because they let her do all the work by herself. My goodness. I hope you guys aren't letting your parents and your older siblings do all the work. I hope you guys are doing your chores, making your bed, help sweeping the floor, maybe cleaning the kitchen or the bathroom. So make sure you're not like the little red hen's friends. They're not doing anything and they didn't get rewarded with the bread. My goodness. Well, you guys have been an awesome good listener today. Thank you guys for listening to our story. First story in our ball study, The Little Red Hen, and it was retold by Bonnie Dobkin and illustrated by Subash Vora. So look forward to our next read aloud, and thanks